All right, hello and welcome to this video about North Carolina solar. We're going to be talking about North Carolina solar incentives, solar panels, costs, all kinds of things like that for going solar in the state of North Carolina. My name's Adam. I'm the author of The Definitive Guide to Residential Solar in the U.S. You can get a free copy or pay a few dollars shipping to get a physical copy mailed to you by going to the netzerohome.com/book. And the book is actually where I get all of this information from. The research that I did for the book, right? So in the second section of the book, I break down all 50 U.S. states, as well as Washington, D.C., and all of the solar policies, incentives, and everything. So if you want to, know about another state outside of North Carolina, I recommend that you either get a digital or a physical copy of the book, and you can do that in the description of this video. Now, let's talk net metering. North Carolina's net metering program grants homeowners who have installed solar panels the ability to efficiently sell a surplus of electricity produced from their solar system back to the grid. Right, so this is just something that net metering helps offset the cost of going solar. So if your solar system produces more energy than your home uses, right, then you can actually sell through a program called net metering the excess energy back to the utility company, right? And depending on the utility company, like if it's Duke Energy, which serves most of the state of North Carolina, it's 1-to-1 net metering. So, if Duke Energy charges you 15 cents per kilowatt hour of electricity, then that means that they will also buy it back to you at 15 cents. That's 1-to-1 net metering. Okay, so let's talk tax credits and tax incentives. North Carolina residents who go solar can get the tax credit, the federal tax credit of 30% of the total cost of their system, paid for by the federal government in the form of a tax credit. There's also a tax. There are also tax incentives at the state level, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But there's also a property tax exemption where North Carolina offers a property tax exemption of 100% of customer-owned solar systems and 80% of leased PV systems or leased solar systems. Okay. Homeowner rights in North Carolina, cities and counties in North Carolina may not adopt ordinances prohibiting the installation of solar panels. So a homeowner, an HOA, a homeowners association cannot legally prohibit a homeowner from adding solar panels to their home. SRECs and rebates, homeowners and businesses in North Carolina can benefit from the Green Power Program, taking advantage of incentives and rebates to reduce the cost of installing solar energy. The North Carolina Renewable Energy Property Tax offers a 35% state tax credit for solar energy systems installed on residential properties with a maximum credit of $2,500. Okay, and this is on top of the 30% federal tax credit, which means that at tax time or at the end of the year, rather the beginning of the new year, if you owe nothing to the federal government, then you'll get a refund check from the federal government in the amount of whatever 30% of your solar system is. As long as you qualify, you have to have enough taxable income to qualify, for that federal tax credit. The same thing at the state level. You have to have enough, you have to have enough state income tax to justify, a rebate. But if you have enough taxable income, meaning you have income and you pay taxes, then you can get a nice, refund check from both the state and the federal government if you live in North Carolina or if you're a homeowner in North Carolina. So let's talk about North Carolina solar companies or installers. I recommend choosing a national installer with a local presence. So, for example, our exclusive installer is a national company who's done over 130,000 solar installations across the U.S. I think with something like solar, it makes way more sense to do that than, some mom and pop, solar installer that may be good at what they do. They may, maybe they have a good electrician or whatever, but they may, if the smaller the business, the less likely they are to be around in 25 years. So if they're making, guarantees or warranties. You want a company that can stand the test of time, and usually bigger, more established, national installers are going to be more likely to do so. Excuse me. I recommend installing solar panels with a company that has a production guarantee, which should not be confused with a manufacturer warranty, right? So one of the biggest ways homeowners get a bad deal in solar is when their solar system starts underperforming 5 to 10 years after the installation of their solar panels. So a production guarantee states the amount of electricity that your system will produce over 25 years. So if we say that we're going to produce 10,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per year for your home, it actually says that in the contract, we will produce 10,000 kilowatt hours of electricity over the next 25 years, right? There's a lot of solar contracts that will actually even claim to have a production guarantee, but when you look at the contract, it says estimated, or EST period, annual production, right? And then they might give like what they estimate the system will produce, and that's very different from a production guarantee, where the amount of electricity that the system will generate is guaranteed year after year for 25 years. It makes a tremendous difference. You can tap the link in the description of this video to get a copy of the definitive guide to residential solar in the US. You can get a free copy, free digital copy. You can pay a few dollars for shipping to get a physical copy mailed to you. You can the Amazon link is there if you'd rather just buy it directly from Amazon. That's totally fine too. As well as our website, where you can get a free solar quote. But if your goal is to learn more, definitely get the book. I'll send you a video as well. And drop a comment if you have any questions about going solar in North Carolina or anywhere else in the US.